what would be the approach? What would be the appropriate approach, to start to practice that discipline in our lives of inclusion and diversity personally?
I think, well, one, depending on where you live, that might be okay, right? There may not be an opportunity for you to meet.
Right, yeah.
I mean, if you're in the Midwest, it's no black people, or, certain places. There's just some, spaces where that might be okay. However, I think there are some things that privilege offers you, and not everyone has privilege. So if you are privileged to read, then start there, right? If you are privileged to read, then start there. Because even when someone invites you into their home, which is a very simple and vulnerable act, you don't want to go into someone's home and offend them. I've had that happen, right? That people come in my house, buy my invitation, eat my food, and say foolishness at my table. And I'm like, well, you can't come to my house no more now until the Lord help me love you better, because we are not aligned.
Yep.
Right. But I tried. Jesus. I tried. You understand what I'm saying? And so if you have the privilege, read, start there. That's number one. If you have the privilege to have access to technology, watch. Right. There's a ton of documentaries. And this is the thing too, you do have to be discerning and selective. And this is why, with social media, what the enemy means for evil, God can use for good. Right? There are people you can follow, trusted voices and advisors, people like writers in this book. I'm not saying you have to agree with everything they say. I don't expect you to. I'm saying they are presenting, they are reading, they are wrestling, they are learning, they are trying. And you can be on that journey with them through the gift of technology, social media, and then, when there's certain movies that come out that I think create great discussion opportunities. I think there's certain documentaries you can watch that create, growing up as a kid, we had a PBS, Public Broadcast Network, and I know people aren't doing that TV in that way as much anymore because we have all these streaming devices, and it's so easy to just kind of lock into your thing. What I'm saying is we have to be a little bit more intentional in the material that we engage and what we access. Yeah. And I think when we do that, what it does, it allows us to become more conscious, and it replaces the narratives that we have been told about the other, which may not be true. And we need to do that because the narratives are pervasive, they're consistent, they're loud. And because we hear it so frequently, we then assume that what we're being told is true. And a lot of times it is not true. It is not true. And we won't know that unless we go directly to people, and let them tell us the truth about themselves.